Just when he sees all the big deer we start killing.
Finally got a camera guy. I've been working with old Wayne. He was like, how do you get this thing to focus? Anyways, we're gonna try and shoot a buck tonight, and if we don't, it's gonna be some does, and then it's just gonna be like doe fest for everybody. So this may be the last film that y'all see.
You want to talk about our mission here, why we're shooting so many does?
So the reason we want to shoot some does is probably, the first joke was 10 to 1, and I think it's probably more like, what, 20 to 1? The does haven't been shot off this property since like the 70s. And that was kind of their, what do they call it? Management. Was like, don't shoot no does, you have a bunch of bucks. Anyways, we're gonna everybody's gonna fill their doe tags, I think, this year here on the lease. So we're headed up to a stand that we've got. The guy's got a feeder on. We're gonna see what's on it. I know that last night Matt shot a good buck on one side, just right across from it. So there should be deer right over here. We'll see you in the stand.
So another thing is, what is this, the 15th or?
Yeah, they're still on lockdown.
Yeah, like they've started chasing like back in October, like their muzzleloader season, and so the rut on this property lasts for like 2.5 months, which is a sure sign that there's way too many does, because when it comes time for that second rut, these bucks are not able to breed all the does that are coming into heat because of the numbers. So
well, then what happens with the bucks is, so it's not really cold here right now, but let's just say that they're just running themselves ragged. The buck Matt shot looked horrible, and they're running themselves ragged, and then by the time January hits, there's no food, there's no nothing, and so all of our deer are like 3.5, because Phil believes all the mature deer are dying off the 4 and 5 year olds. So it's definitely a problem. They're just not eating, they're not getting nothing.
But we're gonna eat.
Yeah, oh, we're gonna eat good.
There's another one right there. Uh-huh.
She don't care at all.
What is it? That's a bad one.
Giant. We pretty much can't hide this feeder from the audience. Whoever set this stand up, it wasn't me, alright. Like, I could probably, if I had to pee really bad, pee on top of that feeder. Self-film this morning, and I left the plate that hooks my camera up to my fluid head in the truck, so I had to run all the way back to the truck after done got in the stand. I'm not seeing deer anywhere, so hopefully they'll start moving. If they haven't already moved, it's like 65 degrees, it's super hot. It's really hot for December. So, alright, I've got a big buck coming right across the field to me. It's a big 6-point. Hopefully he walks right in front of me. Are we recording?
Yep.
So what we're doing is this morning, y'all see it on the footage, 'Cause I had a buck come right in, or on his way in, and then he busted me. And I seen him coming from this spot, so Ryan wanted to check a camera that they had hung over here. And we come check the camera, and sure enough, he was right in this spot, crossing through here at the same time. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hang a saddle set up on a big oak tree back here, dump a little bit of corn out, and I'm pretty sure if he travels right here, it would be about a 30 or so yard shot from there. And then also there a bunch of the deer traveling behind that setup. So that's what we're doing. We were gonna hunt this evening, but it's so hot, we're just setting up for tomorrow. Change of plans, we're gonna hang a lock on instead. Reason being is because Ryan's been talking about this for a long time. Been wanting to hang a stand here permanently, and this is that Novik Kilo. So I don't have a harness with me, so instead I'm just gonna use my saddle as a harness. So we'll hang this real quick and leave it here. We'll just have to hang sticks later.
Yep.
Here's a little tip about daisy chain. You always want to turn the stick sideways before you put it on. The reason being is it gets a way tighter. Like normally they're always just like all loose and whatnot. Smoked her. Oh my gosh. That doe came right in here and would not leave. And so anyways, I actually stood up, was able to turn all the way around, and she turned and was right here at me and ended up giving me a shot. Well, it wasn't much of a shot, but I shot her. Anyways, I'm super jacked up about that. That's awesome. Let's go. I get so jacked up on whitetail, it's a joke. Tell all the guys about how jacked up I get, but man, I love that so much. I just heard her crash right through the woods. Let's go. Sick. If you don't get jacked up over does, what are you doing? Well, there's my Luminoc. There, I'm pretty sure the doe right beside it. Let's go see. There's the arrow right here. It's a pile penetration, and let's go look for this doe, which she did not go far. There she is. She didn't go far at all. Big old doe. That's awesome. Whew. Actually, maybe one of the biggest does we've killed out here. Cool. Good deal. It's not a buck, but I'll take it for sure. See y'all later.
surrounded by deer since daylight, but I shot those 2 does, and there's been a really good buck that it's a really wide 8-point, and so I'm hoping to see him. And we've seen a couple deer working this ridge that we're up on top of right now. It's basically just a big, huge ridge, and I'm sitting right up on the top of it, and back behind me is a bunch of bedding. So I'm just gonna sit tight, try to stay warm. These solitudes, though, first light seems like they're doing pretty good. Meh. That buck would not come in. Oh man, I'm shaking. It's a really good buck. Super wide. It's super far forward. I seen him plowing up the hill a little bit, and I heard him crashing around. I'm gonna give him plenty of time though, because I don't know about that shot. It's on the border of being way too far forward. I had to pull it, but what's a good deer? It's an awesome morning so far. Super cold. This cold front came in last night on like 12 o'clock last night, and dropped temperatures like 40 degrees. So on the board, baby. First Oklahoma buck this year.
We are the 3 best friends that anyone could ever have. No, we're actually headed to go try and find Ryan's deer. And this is my safety.
Hold on to yourself.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the safest way to get there. But it looks a little forward, I'm not gonna lie, Ryan, but I do hope that we find it and this makes the episode.
All right, we're back to the scene of the crime. Is your lens dirty? It's been probably about an hour, maybe a little over.
Hey, I found 2 of your arrows.
I gotta pick up a couple arrows, chain some broadheads out, and
There's the buck arrow.
we're gonna try to just take it super, super slow. We got a wind that's coming in our face, and he went down this hill, so hopefully we see him before he smells us or sees us. But we'll see. A lot more penetration than I thought.
Let's see how much it is.
What, about 8 inches?
Yep. Well, it's a little bit on top in it too. So.
Oops. Yeah, it should be enough. Oh yeah, you're right. It did go down in it, so. Isn't it? Or is that a rock?
I think he started going right. I found some more blood that way.
Can you see it or no? It looks just like a deer. Could be a rock. Oh, Wit's hooping and hollering down here. I don't know if he's on blood or if you found the deer.
I don't know, you might want to look in the creek.
Oh, in the water?
Yeah.
Hold
Why do they always go to water? Oh my goodness. I was like, where did Whit go? I was like, dude, he's gonna spook that deer off and he has no bow.
All right, let's go look at this thing.
See if you can find him.
Is he floating?
Oh my goodness, there he is. Across the... Oh no, we're gonna have to go all the way around.
No, you can go right over here.
Huh?
To the left.
Go down.
Good find, man.
Let's see.
Dude, I
Dude, Whit
can't-
is.
bloodhound, dude. That's what we bring him around, dude.
Look at that nose, man.
This, it's pretty nice. It's hard to shoot a trad bow with this nose.
At one point I looked over and he was on all fours. I don't know
With
what
his
he was
nose
doing.
just plowing the dirt.
Dude. Oh, man.
You can grab his tail and like.
Way far forward. Yes! How wide that deer is. Oh my goodness, dude. That's by far my best Oklahoma deer.
That is a. Oh,
And it definitely made it a lot more special that I self-filmed it.
Yeah.
I told Kyle I didn't want to self-film because we hadn't really got any lead up to any of this stuff, and I told him, I was like, dude, it's pointless. It's gonna get in the way. There's no story. But this is crazy. I actually decided to film this morning and it worked out. Shot 2 does. By far my best morning of hunting. Awesome, man.
Bloodhound.
Yes. If I'd have known, I didn't know there was water down here.
Yeah, I knew he was going to go to the bottom, so
Yeah, he's crashing down. He went straight downhill after
he
I
couldn't
shot.
go too far with a shot like that, breaking his shoulder. So I was surprised he went over the fence, honestly.
Did he go over? Or
I was like, if he got to the fence, I think he went under it
yeah.
because he didn't go over it. And then he got to here, and by that time he was done.
Crazy story.